like to start off by, as we've said it in last, as another family member of what we have here at CCAC, I'd like to talk to the Dean, Donna Inhofe.
Good morning. This is always one of my favorite events to welcome all of you to. I'm always excited to have it here at West Hills. With the automotive program running, it seems to be a good fit, plus we have space. But, you know, walking around back there is always amazing to me. Each year that we've been here and done this with Rick, I've been amazed at the vehicles and the different types of vehicles that are out there. Last year I wasn't very good at it, but I rode the electric bicycle and amused several people. I do know of one person who got it on film. I haven't seen him since, so I have to find him. But it's just amazing to me in terms of everything, you know, as we move forward in just 3 years. The types of vehicles and the changes and everything that's going on, the movement forward that we have in terms of alternative fuel vehicles. Regardless of what one's beliefs are out there as to greenhouse effect, dependency on oil, political issues, the bottom line is we need to have alternatives and choices. That's what life is all about here in the U.S. And so it's really nice to have choices about the vehicles that you go and purchase. It's not just a brand choice. It's not just a what it looks like choice. It's not just the little red Corvette. It's not, you know, it's all kinds of things, including much to my, I'm always amazed. There's always one thing that really amazes me every year. And so this year's surprise for me when I walked through was the lawnmower, which I think is very cool.
The United States Senate sent to the National Alternative Fuels Training Consortium about Odyssey Day, and some of the folks there, it was official yesterday. Basically, it starts anytime this week and will conclude by the end of November. And so there was over 150 of these events going on. Actually, you'll hear me talk a little bit about Green Across America when I bring up some slides about a couple that's actually driving a natural gas Honda, started over in California, driving 7,200 miles in a natural gas Honda Civic, and they're going the eastern route, and they will be here in Pittsburgh tonight and available for a photo shoot at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning at EQT station, as they have to map their refueling as they were going on. They're actually at the Odyssey Day in Columbus today. They were at the official Odyssey Day event in Indianapolis yesterday. You can follow them online. I went out this morning before I left the house about 6 o'clock this morning, and they're parked in Columbus because I saw it on the map. But with that being said, let me go ahead and read this here. This is from the United States Senate. It was signed by 10 senators, and it's support of alternative fuel vehicle jobs and energy independence, participant in 2012 National Alternative Fuel Vehicle Day Odyssey events. Dear National Alternative Fuels Training Consortium, we would like to thank the consortium and its training centers and the United States Department of Energy Clean Cities program and all the affiliated industry partners and education institutions for their effort to sponsor and coordinate the 10th anniversary on October 18, 2012. Programs and activities will be planned nationwide to promote and focus attention on alternative fuels and advanced technology vehicles. Over the past 10 years, the National Alternative Fuel Odyssey Day has been tremendous success. Since beginning the AFE Odyssey Day in 2002, every year the overall participant level has increased, growing from 17,000 attendees at 51 events to more than 230,000 attendees at 131 events in 2010. This year's Odyssey expects to be the largest yet, with events being held at over 150 locations across the country including the national kickoff event, which was in Indianapolis yesterday. These events will educate and build awareness for the use of alternative fuel and advanced technology vehicles by allowing consumers, fleet managers, government officials, and the original equipment manufacturers to attend seminars, ride and drives, vehicle displays, and exhibitions. Moreover, some of the events will include vehicles powered by compressed natural gas, biodiesel, no hydrogen here, sorry. I was at State College yesterday where they do have a hydrogen station in mothballs. Propane, as well as battery electric, fuel cell, hybrid electric, plug-in electric, and flexible fuel vehicles. Increasing the use of the vehicles will not only help decrease our dependency on foreign oil, but also create jobs here in America. So we received that from the Senate just a few days ago. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you some slides here about what the Clean Energy Program has done and is doing with ERA money as well. And it's really amazing when you look at this, how many vehicles and how many stations we have put in across the country since the ERA money has went out. So with that being said, I'm going to kind of go again. Again, we just turned around and this is basically our mission. But if you look under local process, they allow us in the Clean Cities organizations to have our own local focus. But the national, we're all part of a national program. There's over 100 coalitions in the U.S. But this is basically ours. Again, it's about reducing petroleum, use of petroleum-based fuels. And what's that mean? It means energy security. 2 weeks ago, or a month ago, we had something happen in the Middle East, and the price jumped 20 cents in one day, a gallon of gasoline. And we're happy that it came down 10 cents. We're not real smart in the economic and the benefits. We think, I guess when they, it's like the sale date out there. Well, that price is up there. Well, they turn on a race light, then we got a sale, and it's still down there. So, again, that's what energy security is about. Again, we talk about our mission. Again, it was established in 1993. Companion program for EPAC, fleets to acquire alternative fuel vehicles. I know I worked in the Department of Energy in South Park, where I had motor vehicles as one of my duties. I had 53 of 72 vehicles running on an alternative fuel. There's some people here from NETL today. There's a mini quick fill CNG station there. There's E85 tanks there. I don't know why there's not electric charging, but they are using electric vehicles. But you look at what our mission is. 2020, 2.5 billion gallons of petroleum, and that's that's a yearly basis. They want that done every year. Here's a little bit of the locations and where the Clean Cities organizations are. Again, look at the to facilitate vehicle infrastructure, EVs. The president's goal was to have 1 million electric vehicles on the road by 2015. That's why you're seeing the OEMs and all the electric vehicles that you're seeing out here today, and now you're starting to see them show up at the dealerships now. And we actually at PRCC have grants in-house for 54 electric charging stations. We already have 14 of those in. But there's also other organizations. I believe there's close to 40 already in Pittsburgh. And I was at an event just on Tuesday night at the Carnegie Mellon Electric Car Garage where we did the Revenge of Electric Car. If anybody hasn't seen that, that's really a neat. It's a neat film, a documentary. It's about an hour and a half long, but it basically talks about how all the OEMs got into electric vehicles way back when and how they went down and almost. A lot of them lost their jobs and different things, but it's really good in talking about that. So it's up through there, and that's really neat. And they actually have 8 charging stations that are for free out there, right across from the museum area. So if you have a plug-in or electric vehicle, we can get you in there. All you need to call them, they'll get you a sticker in there. And it was amazing because Ford pulled in when I was there with 4 prototype cars that they're testing. They're using Pittsburgh as a testing ground for these new technologies. They're plug-in electric hybrids. There were three Fusions and a new C-Max. And they're running them through their thing. They're here for a week. I was hoping they might show up here today. I offered them out. They're not leaving till around noon, but they probably, each one of them is hooked up with a computer. It's really, really interesting. So that's another technology to reduce petroleum-based fuel consumption. So again, as you look here, you'll see some of the population where all the Clean Cities organizations are. Again, we talked about the partnerships. We have a national clean partnership. I just seen where Waste Management came and was at our Odyssey or our Pittsburgh NGV Day here on the 21st. They became a national partner. Coca-Cola, FedEx, a number of them you can get out and see, and where these organizations are across the United States, and they've committed to DOE to reduce oil-based fuel consumption using all kinds of different technologies. And we try to bring those to you. Again, we already talked about that, and we talked about the money on the community infrastructure projects. We're working as part of one with the group over in the eastern part of the state in Delaware and Maryland area in an initiative to see how we can move the barriers in installation of electric charging stations on that one. Again, national policies, local coalition and partnerships. We're always looking for. We have over 40 members that are members of Pittsburgh Region Clean Cities, but many of you are here now as stakeholders, and that's how we build the partnerships, and that's how we network, and that's how we move all these technologies forward. And we like people to be able to toot their horn when they're able to do that and talk about that. People who have lived it. That's why I believe in having variety drives. I don't like to sit here and talk and not have vehicles that people can't really try. And many of the people in this room have already been driving some of the vehicles that we're trying to get in their hands. Again, we talk about working with that. Public information outreach, that's our main focus, and that's why we hold these events. We're actually educating the public and giving you information to let you make whether they're environmental or economic decisions, what's best for you and your companies. Again, we have the technical problem. So again, we have a technical response that's a part of the DOE Clean Cities program. Again, we have a competitively awarded finance assistance awards, and we'll talk about some of those. Again, this is a triangle that you'll see with every Clean Cities. Again, we're trying to either replace petroleum-based, reduce it, or eliminate it altogether. And we do that through all of these technologies. So today you'll see a lot of these technologies in breakout sessions, and people who are actually doing it or have done it or plan maybe to do it. Again, there's our map. $3.7 billion gallons the Clean Cities program has done since 1993. I remember in 2003 or 4, we had the CNG station at the airport, and we did beyond the billion. So it just shows you how fast we've jumped in just a few years. Over 560,000 AEVs on the road, 10,000 alternative fuel stations. And again, there's the long-term goal. We talk about the 2.5 by 2020. Protected vehicles. This is all from the era of projects and DOE projects that are going on. This is the number I was talking about earlier. Total project vehicles. That means the DOE funding has 8,328 vehicles. That's part of the funding that came out of those DOE projects to do that. And total deployed so far to date of those 8,000, 6,974. And you can turn around down here and see the numbers and the projects that were part of this. Look at this here. 1,489 stations. Okay, and the breakdown down below is by the type of station. So I would say a lot of these are the CNG stations, the electric charging stations, but they're also for natural gas stations, propane stations and all the other technology and biodiesel stations. So that's kind of a breakout from the program summary. If you turn around here, take a look at the gallons that we replaced. 28 million gallons with those projects. It's a lot. Still not what we send overseas every day, but I mean, the money that we send overseas, but we're moving. We're doing really well. So here's a little bit about the Clean Cities program. The All Fuels Data Center, you can go to our website or you can go to the Clean Cities website. We'll be having the new station locator and the petroleum reduction tool will be out on our website very shortly. Our intern is working on getting that out there, but you can also go here. If you need anything from Clean Cities or have any questions, please contact me or go to our website. I'll be glad to help you out. So here's the EER website. There's the technical response to you folks that may need a technical response area. There it is there. This is actually I believe that's out at the Enroll facility in Colorado, in Golden. Here's some other websites on here. If you're working in other states, you know, we have these coalitions, and myself and Tony Bandiera from Philadelphia Region Clean Cities, we take the state and we kind of split it in the middle using the Harrisburg area. So Tony takes care of everything on the east side of the state, I take everything on the west side of the state. And one of the new adventures we're doing is we're working with national parks as part of the DOE program that they have there. And so right now, Tony's working with Gettysburg, and then many years ago, this time you might remember we had what's the one out there in Uniontown that they were attending our events and looking at moving in there. So we just met at the Rocky Mountain, actually the Rocky Mountain National Park, and they're doing things great out there in Colorado as well. The next one that I have here, you heard me talk about Clean Across America. There was a couple from California who owned an older CNG Honda Civic. You know, the Civic's been coming off the assembly line. It's the only car that's coming off the assembly line right now since about 1993-95 time frame. And they wanted to promote natural gas, and so they decided they were going to do this trek. Like I said, started on October 11th. The official Odyssey Day was yesterday in Indianapolis, and they're in Columbus today, and they'll be here in Pittsburgh, as I said. But they wanted that, so when one of the folks that I work with, Gladstein Nedros and Associates, heard about it, they talked to Honda. Honda ended up giving them a brand new Honda to drive across the United States. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about this, and you can follow this. This will be between now and I believe November 1st, I think it is. There's 7,000 miles. There's a little overview here on this. So again, the trip will be completed by a husband and wife team, Evan and Gary Corbett, in a CNG National with American Honda. The vendors of the CNGCat.com. The objective is to begin the trip in Santa Monica, which was on the 11th, and make their way all the way to Atlantic City. Using the access there, and then the Honda again was last done in 1998. So this was done in 1998, and it's unique because this is also on the radio. They've outfitted the vehicle with a tracker, so you can do that. And again, they're stopping. I'm not sure if we have all the number of events on here, but it's a 7,200 mile round trip. Like I said, I tried to get them here for today, but Plainfield, Ohio beat me to it. But they will be here tonight and be down at the EQT. And they'll be leaving EQT about 10 o'clock tomorrow, and they'll be going to State College to refuel on the way to Philadelphia and then on to Atlantic City. So here, sorry about the focus on this, but I had to copy this up what they provided me. This is the northern route that they're taking, and then this is the southern route coming back. So, you know, they're mapping this out so they have all the they got it all planned on what station and what events they're at during this whole trip. Again, they're going to arrive in Pittsburgh about 5:30 tonight, photo op tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. at the EQT station. They're supposed to leave at 10, heading up to State College and then on to Philadelphia.